one situation in particular that I worked under pressure was this summer actually working in the internship that I had here at TriSkills. I had just been on the job that first day, probably for no more than 3 hours, when my boss turns to me and says, "All right, you do the next warm up activity with the kids." Pretty much like cold turkey, spot on. Anytime that I had practical experience up until that very moment, I was provided with ample time to prepare a lesson plan, to think of different activities, and to work out all of the kinks. So to be put on the spot like that was a lot of pressure in comparison to what I had been doing. So it was definitely something that I needed, though. I quickly came up with a game I thought that the kids would like. I explained all of the directions. I asked multiple times if all the kids understood, just so I could cover all of my bases. And I shouted, "Go." And much to my surprise, the kids started running all in different directions and had completely not understood my instructions. I was so embarrassed. My face probably turned bright red. And I thought that I had made a complete fool of myself on the first day of the job. But my boss just turned to me very cool and calmly and says, "Hey, at least they're all running around." So it wasn't what I expected. It wasn't what I anticipated, but I think that was good because, sometimes when you're on the job like that, you have to come up with stuff, and even if it's not perfect and doesn't go exactly how you want it, it's always a learning experience, and I definitely think that that was a learning experience for me.